Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here, coming to you from underneath this sign, Cane Island Shops. Not Michael Caine and not sugar cane, but rest assured, there's plenty of cane in the form of island shops to go around. It's my second channel, daily blog channel. It's The Daily Woo on a Friday. Happy Friday, TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. Oh my gosh, only 6 days. Is it 6 days until Christmas? Until the wonderful morning? I can't even talk. I cannot even formulate the words out of the excitement of the holiday season that is upon us. And it's 6 days. Is it 6 days? Today's the 19th, 25th, 25 minus 19 is 6. Less than a week from now, the joy of my childhood style heart, your children in real life, or yourself who has a childlike desire and joy and love of Santa Claus coming down the chimney, eating your cookies, leaving presents under the Christmas tree. That all happens within a week. That is absolutely fantastic. I am out actually doing Christmas shopping, and I've always wanted to check this out and actually vicariously bring this location to your attention. The Cane Island Shops, you can actually see right here where the bottom part of the sign has fallen down. We're on Highway 192. Highway 192 is right here. St. Cloud, Florida is that way about 15 minutes, 10 miles or so. Disney World is right on the horizon over there. A lot of fantastic roadside wacky things down Highway 192. I've done a lot of videos from Highway 192 because this is a mecca of goodness, currently a mecca of goodness, but also a mecca of goodness, a circle of goodness, if you will, of former roadside attractions, abandoned wacky places, including right over there is the Wizard. Look at him. He's holding a scepter across the road. That place is not abandoned. It's actually a gift shop. A fantastic gift shop that you can get Disney paraphernalia, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, all kind of other Central Florida-esque type goods down the gift shops. Up and down 192, there's lots of gift shops and a lot of things that business owners created thinking that would be very popular and very profitable for their wallets. But a lot of those business owners, a lot of those entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs, that's a guy who has a dung load, a crap load, if you will, of cash. An entrepreneur. I think I just made up a new word, an entrepreneur. A lot of those people were wrong in their assessment of what would be popular in Central Florida, especially on Highway 192 near the theme parks. And one of those places that I'm going to show you right now is a completely abandoned, decaying, urban area of the past in the form of this shopping center right here, the Cane Island Shops. There is not one single business, one iota. You know what that means? I only have one iota. There's not one iota of business. I don't think I'm using that terminology correct, but there is not one business in this string of about 30 storefronts here at the Cane Island Shops that I have ever actually seen being used, being rented out, being leased, being owned. And this has been here for over a decade. I'm going to say probably about 10 to 15 years. This has actually been here, sitting here, collecting dust from the heavens. Normally, dust only falls inside, but this has been here so long. Let's just take it upon ourselves to say that this shopping center is collecting lots and lots of dust. I'm actually around the Kissimmee, St. Cloud area today, finishing up my Christmas shopping to give gifts to the people in my life family, my aunt and uncle, will be coming down here on Monday or Tuesday, spending the holiday week. I will be leaving on a road trip a couple days after Christmas. I will announce the specifics of that coming up soon. So I'm around finishing up my Christmas shoppings that I can add my presents that I'm giving to people on top of Santa's presents that he's bringing, hopefully, for me. I've been a good boy, Santa, so hopefully you bring me something very awesome underneath the little Christmas tree at my parents' house, because that's where I will be on Christmas morning, awaiting to see what you have brought me. So I'm going to add my presents for my loved ones, and then Santa's presents for the loved ones. We're going to have so much joy on Christmas Day. So I'm trying to fulfill and complete that era of my responsibilities and my joy and excitement to give to others on Christmas Day. I'm finishing up my Christmas shopping today, but I wanted to stop by and show you this. We should have like a moment of quietness now. I'm rambling quite a bit. Take you inside here and show you. Well, actually, I'm not going to get inside, but I'll take you up onto the porch. We'll walk around and check out this wonderful thing. Moment of quietness starts right now. Pretty crazy to think that someone was at one time was actually sitting here at a picnic table. Why would there be a picnic table here when this place has actually never been open? You can see this gentleman walking by out on his morning walk. There are hotels, there are resorts, there are timeshares on the back side of this building, and of course up and down the highway right here in Kissimmee, Florida. They actually have some sort of writing here, 15.20 times 48.6. I'm guessing that's the dimensions of the building inside. It's crazy because this place has been here sitting. It's not really rotting away. I did say it was rotting away, but it's really not. It's actually in pretty good shape. The fact that no one has actually existed here for so long, it's actually still in pretty good shape. It leads me to this question. Why on earth does a place like this sit completely empty, something of this magnitude, in a prime real estate area? You can see there's plenty of traffic. Thousands and thousands and thousands, if not tens of thousands of cars that drive by here every single day. In fact, they actually have a no trespassing sign here. If you were to go past this glass, you would technically be trespassing. But you see, there are people walking around. There's the gentleman walking around. People pull in here all the time. A lot of times when I drive by here, I'll see people just hanging out up here, hanging out on the curbs, people parking their bikes that are riding up and down 192, pull in here just to get away from the rigmarole of all the festooning goodness of 192. I don't really even know what that even means, which also leads me to another interesting point. I said this has actually never been occupied, but it actually looks like this particular segment at one time, that almost feels like wet paint. It's not wet, but it feels kind of sticky, like it was actually at one point, more recently than a decade ago, actually has been painted. And if you look inside here, looks like there was some sort of a juice bar or a restaurant. You can see the signage. You can see the signage right up there. The menu, if you will. So I guess this one was actually rented out. Someone took it upon themselves to open a business here. It obviously did not have enough clientele, enough people stopping by to buy stuff from the menu to keep this place open. But at least someone tried. Look at this. There was actually a second restaurant. Restaurant there and a restaurant here. Two different ones. Look at this. So I was incorrect when I said that no one has ever been in here. I am in Florida usually about 2 to 3 months a year. The rest of the time I'm traveling around. So sometime in those 9 months that I was not in Florida, the last year or so, someone opened up a restaurant and a little diner, and then it closed down since the last time I was here. Didn't realize that someone has actually tried to rejuvenate this shopping center. But as you can see now, there's no juvenation going on. The juvenation has been halted and stopped for now. Do you think at any point that this place might be thriving again? What is the secret? What is the answer, in your opinion, on how to rejuvenate and start back up, kickstart something like this? Kickstart local economy in a heavily touristy area that only focuses on certain areas of the specific area. It's very interesting because there's so many people in Central Florida, so many people near the theme parks. Why are certain areas like this empty, declining, in fact, almost a zombie ghost town? Why does something like this exist? I know I do a lot of videos on abandoned locations, a lot of former parts and mementos from my past and your past. Why do all those other things exist, but specifically, why does something like a shopping center like this sit here empty and abandoned? An abandoned restaurant right over here. It's pretty interesting. I'm very fascinated with history and the past, but not all history is documented. Not all history you can read in the history books or read online. A lot of history like this is history that a lot of people don't even think about. They don't even comprehend that there is a backstory, a personal history, a personal on-touch in someone's life. Someone had a dream, a vision to create this, not only to make an accomplishment in their life, but to hopefully survive as a business or a money-making opportunity. Some people's visions succeed, and some people's vision fail. History is good for some, history is good for bad. But no matter what, history always exists, no matter what you look at. This slab of concrete has some sort of a history. Someone created that, someone worked on that, someone got paid to put down that concrete in the form of that curb. These trees have a history. All this has a history, just like Kissimmee, Florida, Highway 192 has a history. I have a history with you, and you have a history with me. We are developing memories and histories together, not only on this channel, The Daily Woo, but also on my main channel, the Adam the Woo channel. And I'm very excited that you guys join me almost every day, if not every day, to create history and memories with me. I'm rambling a lot today, but look at this. I wonder if anyone's ever called that number, 888-580-ASAP. ASAP, which means as soon as possible. Now see, I'm recording on my phone. If I wasn't recording on my phone, I would call that number and say, there's a guy walking around talking about history, incoherently rambling about weird things. But I can't do that because, let's face it, it's very difficult to make a phone call and film a vlog at the same time. In fact, I actually turned my phone on airplane mode. I slide it over to airplane mode. That way nobody can text me or call me while I'm filming these vlogs, because I don't want them to interrupt our time together. You and I vicariously speaking, communicating. I'm talking, you're listening. Hopefully you're talking to the screen, talking to me, and I'm listening. What's that? Huh? Huh? That's a very valid point. I'm going to let you guys go. I have to complete some Christmas shopping. Very excited. 6 days until Christmas. Oh, by the way, yesterday I was on radio program in Orlando, The Monsters in the Morning. I talked about it in the vlog yesterday. Took a nice little nap yesterday afternoon as well, which I mentioned in the vlog. If you want to listen to my appearance on Monsters in the Morning, which is actually one of the highest rated radio stations in Florida, the Monsters in the Morning, I think, is the #1 morning radio show in Florida. Very popular show. And if you actually listened to that and heard about me through that, then welcome to my channel. If you want to hear that interview, if you're not familiar with them or not familiar with that interview, I've actually posted the link over on my Facebook page. I went over to SoundCloud and I uploaded the entire interview. It's about 18 minutes of me on the Monsters in the Morning. You can find that link over on Facebook, or just type in Adam the Woo SoundCloud and you can see some of the other radio interviews I've done, as well as the Monsters in the Morning. And I also posted the link from when I did the podcast the other night from realghoststories.com. I have posted that link on my Facebook as well, or you can just on YouTube type in Adam the Woo Real Ghost Stories, and it should pop up on there. A lot of podcast content, a lot of radio interviews, doing a plethora of things before next week's relaxing, wonderful Christmas week with family. My aunt and uncle are coming down, mom and dad, doing the whole Christmas thing, and then I will be announcing in a couple days where I'm going to be going, my travels to other parts of the U.S. 2015 is going to be an intense year for me as far as traveling. I have a lot planned, a lot of abandoned places to film, but more than that, a lot of movie locations. If you're a fan of my movie location videos, a lot of 80s stuff, I'm going to be stepping it up, not one notch, not two notches, but I'm going to step it up about 2.5 notches next year on the movie locations. I'm going to do an insane amount of movie location comparison shots for my Adam the Woo channel, as well as abandoned stuff, theme parks, wacky roadside attractions, and maybe some other newfangled goodness to mix in, not only for these vlogs, the Daily Woo, but as well as Adam the Woo. All right, that's about it. I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for joining me today on this 18-minute segment here at this awesome place, Cane Island Shops. I know I mentioned this before, but do you guys like the shorter vlogs or the longer vlogs? How long is your attention span when it comes to me rambling about stuff? 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, or 18.5 minutes, which is where we are at now. I'm curious. But I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys are having a great day. Let me remind you of this. I love you guys. I love that you're in my world. I love that you watch these videos. Whether it's 5 people, whether it's 500 people, whether it's 5,000 people, it does not matter. No matter what the number is, I sincerely appreciate the fact that you guys take time out of your day, take time out of your life to join into my life. This means a lot to me. I know I ramble a lot. I get a little goofy at times. Sometimes I try to tone it down, and sometimes I get overly excited. When you're speaking to the masses, whatever the mass number might be, it's a very awkward thing sometimes to portray your true inner feelings and your true inner thoughts. But just know that I really appreciate everything that you guys do for me. I know a lot of people say, we appreciate what you do, Adam, but I appreciate you as much as you appreciate me. So never, ever forget that. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.